Hey, I'm Sabrina from GBO, your women's gear review channel where we review all kinds of gear for women, by women, but of course everyone is welcome. Today we are reviewing the Evergoods Civic Travel Bag 26 litre. So let's jump into a summary. So first up is price. This bad boy runs at $299. So in terms of materials, this bag is made of 420D high tenacity nylon 6 with a water repellent finish. The solution dyed black variation basically is a bit more eco-friendly. So this is this bag here. And basically what they've done is they've changed the dyeing process. So instead of dyeing the bag afterwards, what they do is they actually dye like the fabric beforehand, and this saves like hundreds and hundreds of litres of water, so that is a big bonus. In terms of the lining, it is 420D HT nylon with a PU coating. In terms of the padding on the backpack straps, it is Zote EV50. And then we have the frame sheet inside, which is HDPE. And the aluminium side stays are 70-75 grade. In terms of zippers, they are YKK lockable, size 10 and 8 with a DWR finish. So let's get on to the dimensions of this bag. So the website states that the height is 19 inches by 12 inches wide and 8 inches deep. In terms of colour, this is the only colour they have. So it's very sort of like casual and sleek. A black backpack is usually pretty simple, so you can pair it with pretty much everything. So yeah, the shape and style kind of like fits in with that. It's not too in your face, it's not too flashy, but at the same time it's very presentable, and I personally think it's quite nice. Moving on to warranty, there is a lifetime warranty with this, and that covers the manufacturing. It might also be handy for you to know that they do also sell their own packing cubes. So with this is really handy because it is a clamshell opening. It sort of opens up as if it were like a mini suitcase, and there's not much like organisation in the main part. They are also very eco-conscious as well, so all of their packing cubes are made out of recycled water bottles. Another bonus. You can also get high-vis patches as well to stick on this little Velcro patch here. So if you're cycling or something, just means you've got that extra bit of safety. They do also sell sternum straps as well, so if you do lose yours, you can get another one, but it is important to note that this bag does already come with a sternum strap. So you should be covered on that front. They also do have what they call an access cube. So it's similar to one of the packing cubes, again made out of recycled water bottles. But the idea is that you can put it on the front bit here, and that's got everything you need, like pens, phone, purse, that kind of thing, just to make things really quick and easy. So if that's something you're interested in, you can definitely check it out on the website. Okay, so let's jump into the key features of this bag. So let's start off with the outside of the bag. So first up, we've got two stretch woven water bottle holders on each side. So these can fit quite a big water bottle in them. So I put in my 750 milliliter water bottle, and that fit in no problem. When it is packed, it is a little bit tighter to fit it in. However, it does stay in there super secure and sturdy. And the thing that I love most about these water bottle pockets is that they go quite deep, so you can fit in bigger water bottles, which a lot of bags don't have. They often make them too short, and it's really frustrating. So in my eyes, that's a big bonus. We then also have a discreet top handle on the top of the bag. It's pretty sort of standard, to be honest. It feels comfortable enough to hold it. It feels quite secure and sturdy, and you can see that it looks really durable as well and high quality from the way that they have made it. There are also two utility loops beside the handle on either side. So this is really handy for sticking on things with a carabiner if you want to, especially if you are travelling. We then have another handle on the right side. So this is to carry it like a messenger bag. Personally, I didn't find this too comfortable. It is a little bit off centre, but that's me being really nitpicky. So when you do carry it, it kind of slants to one side. I didn't really find myself using it in messenger style that much, to be honest. But again, that is probably down to personal preference. And as mentioned before, there is a little Velcro patch here. So what you can do is stick on a high-vis patch, or if you just want to stick a sticker on it or something you've got from your travels, you can do that as well. Okay, so focusing a bit more on the front of the bag, we have 2 pockets here. So the first one I'm going to show you is the side access pocket. So it has quite a discreet side pocket on the front that zips downwards and has a key leash, zipper pocket, and 2 everyday drop-in pockets that are sideways, so it makes it easy to access. So you could put in things like your phone if you want to, or your purse. Then moving up to the top pocket, this is what they call a stash yoke pocket. So basically the way that it's designed is it has a bit of fabric underneath. So if you want to put more stuff in it, you can expand it. The only thing to note is that I was inclined to put my phone and stuff in there. It's not fleece lined, which isn't the end of the world, but as it is a bit more of a pricier bag, that would have been nice. Okay, so onto the middle compartment. As you can see, it fully opens up with a clamshell opening. So if you want to, you can pack it like a suitcase. On the clamshell opening side, there is a pocket with 2 compartments for storage, such as passport, or if you want to stick something else in there, you totally can. And then below this, there's a further mesh pocket. So I use this for toiletries just as I found it was easier to like organize stuff. So on the back of the main compartment, there are some loops at the top. So if you want to attach anything extra, you can. I like this as well because it doesn't interfere too much with the main storage of the bag if you don't want to use them. And then further down, you can see we also have an additional sleeve. So if you want to, you can store your laptop in there or things such as a bigger notebook, which is what I used it for. So let's take a look at the other laptop compartment. So this has a separate side access pocket, and it can also fit a few more things in there, like notebooks as well, which I liked. And there's definitely a lot of storage options for it. So if you want to keep your work stuff separate from your like everyday like travel stuff, you can do that. So one thing to note about this laptop compartment is that it is also fully suspended. So it has not really like a false bottom, but it kind of like tapers inwards. So that basically means that if you are carrying it messenger style and you put it down, your laptop is not going to be touching the floor in any way, shape or form, which is a nice quality design there, which I like. And it also fits a laptop up to 17 inches. One thing to note, however, is that the yoke pocket on the back top bit of the bag, so just here, there is another one. The storage space for that basically eats into the laptop compartment at the side here. So it's just something to be aware of. If you do have this fully packed, you probably won't be able to use the back top yoke pocket. So on the note of this mysterious back yoke pocket, I will show you just here. So this one's a bit bigger, basically. So as you can see, I have managed to fit in a camera in here. So there is quite a bit of space in there as well. But another thing to note is that it does affect the back of the bag. It still feels comfortable, however, it just does change the shape a little bit. So moving on to the back of the bag. They have quite a unique design for the back panel. Basically what it is it's got like diagonal chunks of back padding. So this is their take on how to increase airflow. Personally, I found this quite breathable and there was quite a good amount of airflow. I would say, however, when I had it fully packed and had a lot of heavy stuff in there, it did get a little bit toasty at the back. However, I think for the amount of stuff that I was carrying, this is pretty normal. The mesh back panel also acts as a trolley sleeve as well. So if you want to, you can stick it over your suitcase trolley arms when you're traveling. So moving on to the backpack straps. Although it has a certain type of foam in it, there isn't much breathability actually in the backpack straps. The reason I say this is just because I've used bags before that do have breathability in the straps and it makes it a lot more comfortable. Personally, I didn't find it too uncomfortable, but it would have just been nice to have that feature in there to sort of go the extra mile. Another thing that's different with Evergoods straps is that they have changed the shape of their backpack straps. They state that they've changed the natural curves for increased comfort. Personally, when I used these just on a female body, I didn't really find that, unfortunately. So purely just for that reason, I don't think I'd be inclined to use this for a prolonged period of trips with a lot of walking around. The rest of the bag I don't have an issue with in terms of comfortability, it's just these straps, unfortunately. Another thing to note is that they do also come with a detachable sternum strap. So I do love it when bags include a detachable sternum strap because it means you can adjust it to the weight that you're carrying, and also it means it caters to everyone's sort of like body types. However, with these detachable sternum straps, trying to get them off is a completely different challenge. I still haven't managed to get them off. So that's not really great. But I love what they have tried to do. I just think that if you're going to do it, it needs to be functional. Otherwise, it's not really worth having it on there. Another feature that they've included on these straps is these little pockets here. So you might be wondering, what are these for? Well, these are actually for a hydration pouch. So what you can do is you can put your hydration pouch in the laptop compartment, and there's a little loop that you can attach it to, and then the tube can come through either on like this side or the other side, just through here basically. So moving on to the bottom of the bag, they have decided to use the same material as the rest of the exterior of the bag. However, they have included a false bottom for you. So this false bottom does add a little bit of wear resistance, and it feels quite sturdy. It adds quite a bit of structure as well. So let's jump into a fit check and the female body check. So this is what the backpack looks like on me. For reference, I am 5'6". So let's talk about whether the Evergoods Civic Travel 26 litre has passed the female body test. First up, for the sternum strap. Luckily for me, the position that it was stuck in was actually pretty comfortable. So I was quite happy with that, to be honest. I was, however, very disappointed about the sternum straps being so tricky to get on and off. As I mentioned before, I feel like if it's not going to be fully functional, it probably shouldn't be on there. And I think especially just for the price of the bag, I was a little bit disappointed with that. For the backpack straps, although it didn't have any breathability, it was actually okay to my surprise. In terms of the shape, however, not so much. So this is what I wanted to get a little bit more in depth about. The way that they have shaped the backpack straps, theoretically I can see where they're coming from. It should have like quite a natural curve, but because it comes out a bit more, for a female body, that's not so great. Normally bags kind of hug your shoulder under here and they loop under, and it's super comfortable. I love that. However, with these straps, because they've changed the curve, I found it ended up digging into my boobs, which wasn't very comfortable. I think that coupled up with the fact that the backpack straps kind of stopped here, so it just meant extra like digging in. I think that if you've got like a different like chest size as well, it's not really going to work in your favour, unfortunately. So to me, unfortunately, that kind of cancels out everything, and I would say that it's a fail on the female body test because it feels like they haven't really considered how it's going to fit on a woman, especially with different chest sizes. In terms of comfortability overall, there was adequate airflow. I didn't find my back getting too sweaty. Did get a little bit warm at times, but nothing that would cause like major like discomfort, and it wasn't like uncomfortable by any means. I also like the fact that they included the backpack straps towards the top of the bag, as personally I feel that it makes it a bit more comfortable. And of course, if they'd made the straps a little bit longer and changed the shape of it, I would be completely happy.
Hey guys, I'm Bradley and this is Kazi. We are from Dream Big, Travel Far.
And we are running weekly gear giveaways in collaboration with Gear by Orla.
And if you want to be in with a chance to win, then hit that subscribe button and go to the first link in the description to join the newsletter.
Be sure to check your inbox every week to see if you are that week's lucky winner. We'll see you there.
Moving on to the airline test. So this bag states that it is a personal item and also a carry-on. Unfortunately, height-wise, from the measurements they're given on the website, it doesn't quite fit in the personal item category. However, let's still check it. So, as you can see, unfortunately, that's not going to fit. This is based on UK sizes. However, there are a majority of the US airlines that also have the same size. So it's up to you whether you'd want to risk it or not. But I think as a carry-on, it would totally work, but just not, unfortunately, as a personal item. So, pros and cons of this bag, and as always, I'm going to give you the pros first. The first thing that stuck out to me is I like how much space this has inside, like open storage, but then also it has just the right amount of organisation. So it doesn't feel overwhelming, but also for an organisation lover, it's got just enough there. I personally think they've hit it like spot on with that. The next up is premium materials. So this definitely feels like a premium bag, and I think for the price, that's really good. And in terms of like waterproofness as well, I do feel quite strongly that this bag would last and would be very resistant. The next thing I like about this is they've added a lot of small, simple things that aren't overwhelming, but also give you so much more like versatility for adding things on, such as these little loop points here and inside as well. They haven't added too much, but again, it's very small, simple things that can make your life a lot easier. And my final pro is that this bag felt a lot bigger than 26 litres, which is great. So moving on to the not so good parts or things that could be improved. This is a pricey bag. Personally, for me, I think because there are a few design flaws in terms of price, I feel like it doesn't really justify it. I think if those design flaws were sorted out, I would accept it for the price that it is. Which leads me on to my next con, which is those backpack straps. Don't worry, I won't repeat myself again, but that unfortunately was a letdown for me. And also the next thing, I'm sure you can guess, is these sternum straps. Yeah, they're just a bit too faffy for my liking, to be honest. So then, who is this backpack for? Personally, I think this would work great for someone who is looking for an urban commuting backpack, but also likes to travel, say, on the weekends or wants to go away for a week. So if you want a bag that can double up as a work bag and also a getaway bag, I think this would be a good shout for you. So, who is this bag not for? I think if you want a simple, urban, everyday bag, this perhaps isn't for you. If that is your case, then the Dried City C laptop bag might be a little bit better suited towards you. So, that is our review of the Evergoods Civic Travel Bag 26 litre. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, why not consider becoming a part of the GBO community and hitting the like and subscribe button. If you are considering purchasing this backpack or just want to have a wee nosy, we would kindly ask you to use the links down in the description. Thanks for watching.